Hello and welcome to our September Intouch Forum. We're glad to have you back with us again this month. I'm Pam Walrand, the most regular host of the Intouch Forums, and we've got an exciting presentation today from Hotels That Help. And Inlink actually met Hotels That Help and its CEO, Dave Levinson, when we were at the AHOA conference this year. And we're very impressed with the heart behind the program and really wanted to share that with more of our properties. And so we've invited Dave to join us today and tell you more about Hotels That Help and how it can get your hotel connected with local charities. So Dave, welcome to the Inlink Intouch Forum. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thanks, Pam. Hi, I'm Dave Levinson, the founder of Hotels That Help. Thanks a lot, Pam, for the opportunity to speak with you, and thank you for making the time. We'll have plenty of time for questions, but first, I wanted to ask you a question. How will you be a hero in your community? With Hotels That Help system, it's simple, it's easy, and it's really effective. But before I tell you about the system, I'd like to tell you about some of my heroes. This is Mukesh Mauji. Mukesh is the chairman of Hotels That Help and the former chair of AHOA. Mukesh sees Hotels That Help as a way hoteliers can grow into heroes, just like his heroes, Gandhi, Patel, and Nehru. As Mukesh says, Hotels That Help is an effortless way to support my community, and it feels good too. These are the kinds of heroes your hotel can support. Doctors, teachers, advocates. This is Teresa Saunders. She has a hotel in Tucson, Arizona that I'm going to talk to you about more in the future. But the next slide is going to show you some examples of some of the advocates that I've been talking about, I just want to talk to you about right now. This is Brookstone Clinic, which serves low-income families. They get support from Paresh Pakora and his crew at the Holiday Inn Express in San Pablo, California. Every month, Paresh and his staff deliver a check for hundreds of dollars to the folks at Brookstone Clinic. Every month, that's reliable, unrestricted funds that go directly to building healthy families right in Paresh's business community. Hotels That Help enables you to support charities in your community. Hotels That Help is a nonprofit that brings staff and guests together to support trusted charities in our communities. Hotels That Help is absolutely free. We exist to support you in answering one simple question. Our board is made up of leaders like Mukesh, Jim Abrams, the former CEO of the California Hotel and Lodging Association, and other hospitality industry veterans. Hotels That Help is endorsed by the California Hotel and Lodging Association, and Lynn Moorfield, the current CEO, is also on our board. Hotels That Help is a nonprofit organization that exists to help you support your community. We do not charge a fee. We don't take any of the money you raise. You give 100% to a charity you choose to support right in your business community. Hotels That Help started in 2006 with a pilot program at Chip Connolly's boutique hotels in San Francisco. We tried a lot of systems and learned what worked and what didn't work. We tried opt-in and staff training and all those kinds of programs, incentive plans. We did all the trial and error so that you don't have to. You just roll out our proven system that is simple and secure. The Hotels That Help system works so well that even 5 years later, all of Chip's hotels have guest giving programs still underway. Our proven dollar-a-night opt-out guest donation system is simple, it's easy to operate, and it's very successful. There's no extra training of staff required. Your PMS system can easily handle one new line item for the donation. Typically, 60 to 85% of the guests participate by trusting you with their $1 donation. You choose the beneficiary, and you and your staff deliver the checks. It's so simple and successful that no hotel has ever dropped out of Hotels That Help. The real beauty of Hotels That Help is that you build a bond of trust with each guest as they leave their donated dollar with your hotel as they check out. Again, this program has zero cost. Hotels That Help is a nonprofit that supports hoteliers becoming heroes through charitable giving in their community. Before we look at our website, here's some common concerns. First, your staff will love Hotels That Help because there is no selling, and staff enjoy bringing the monthly donation to your charity. So you are actually building staff loyalty and a helping attitude with Hotels That Help. Secondly, guests really do want to trust their hotel with their donated dollar rather than someone out on the street. Third, brands are wanting to hear from you about your Hotels That Help system and how it's working. No brand has ever told us to stop encouraging you to use Hotels That Help to raise money. Hotels That Help will help your business as you leverage local donations into local PR, which gives you more local reservations while building that bond of trust with each guest as they check out. You can give to any charity of your choice, but to be smart about it, we suggest that you go local. Local charities are the ones who are trying to keep your community safe, clean, and healthy enough for your guests to enjoy. And that's good for business. Local charities also have local businessmen on their boards who can use your hotel for business travelers. Now, of course, you can split the donations and send half to a national charity or some other country, but it's always wise to notify your guests of which charities you are supporting, as actually many guests will give more money at checkout if they like your charity choice. Again, there is no staff training with the proven Hotels That Help opt-out system, but by involving your staff in choosing a charity and having them deliver the check, they feel much better about your company and your property, which reflects an even better service and loyalty, and this all comes at no cost to you. So, are you ready to be a hero in your community? Let me show you what you can do next. I want you to commit right now to 15 minutes, just 15 minutes at the Hotels That Help website to learn enough to set up your very own fund and use Hotels That Help to raise money each night for your favorite local charity. I strongly encourage you to go to our website at www.hotelsathelp.org, watch the little video we have, and sign up. Then, look through the information and get started. Again, there's no cost, and signing up at the website creates no obligation. We're not going to spam you. Don't worry about that. The mission of Hotels That Help is to help you become a hero in your community. Now, we don't take any fee. We're here to help you and your staff and your guests team up to do amazing things for people in need in your community. So here's our homepage with a nice video in the lower left, and in the lower left box, you click on there to join and to get the hotel's only website. It's that blue box in the lower left corner, and that gets you into the Hotels That Help website hoteliers section. You can go to the sign-up page and get information available only to Hotels That Help members after you sign up, and this is all for free, of course. So this is how you get past the public pages into your private hotelier only part. After you scan through our little cover letter here, just check the box and you're ready to go. We have a simple checklist to show you what you do to get ready. Now, a green light means you've checked off one of the 7 simple steps, and a red light means that you have a quick task to get ready. We're going to save these spots on the website for you so that as you come back to the website each time, you're at the same place you were at last time until you get through all these steps and you're ready to roll out. Once all the lights are green, you're ready to roll. Now there's a frequently asked questions page that answers in detail the most common concerns you and your staff are likely to have. There's also a page to help you and your staff answer guest questions. There's even tips on choosing a charity. The tools page has everything you need to get your program up and running as soon as you're ready to go. We provide you with answers to every question, tools for every need, and materials to notify your guests and support your staff. So our materials include templates like this for your guest notification cards. This is an example of a card that you'll give out with your key at check-in to every guest that checks into your hotel. And then we have tent cards for each of your rooms. Be sure your housekeepers keeps these tent cards fresh in every room. You can print these out as is, or you can actually customize them with the name of your hotel and the charity that you support. And these are the tent cards that go in each of your hotel rooms. Here you go. This is our front desk sign. It's all ready to go. All you need to do is get a frame for it that fits your decor. A front desk sign is critical, along with at least 2 more notifiers like the ones I just showed you, so that your staff never needs to sell the charity or the Hotels That Help system. With the support available on the website, you'll be able to manage the program easily, your staff will have everything they need to succeed, and your guests will support the program enthusiastically. So, are you ready to become a hero in your community? Thanks a lot. I look forward to questions.
So Dave, one of the questions that I have is you mentioned, I think it was Teresa, that had actually used the Hotels That Help system to promote her hotel in the community. Can you tell us how that worked?
Yes, Teresa Matsui Saunders has a small 60-room hotel in Tucson, Arizona, one of her 3 properties. And she got Hotels That Help up and running in 24 days. And they chose a charity that actually had a local TV program. The charity was so excited by the monthly donation that started coming in that they invited her general manager to come on the TV program, and they did a infomercial about the hotel on this local TV program in Tucson, Arizona. All free for the hotel, just for writing a check every month to this charity. And this 10-minute infomercial that was done over this charity's TV program resulted in a softball league deciding that they were going to book their league games, hotel rooms with her hotel. And she wound up with 80 reservations, 2 nights each, out of that one little event.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it was great.
Do you have other examples? I mean, and you don't need to go through them, but that local relationship, both benefiting the customer and the charity. I mean, the hotel and the charity.
Yeah, Chip Conley, who I mentioned before, and his Joie de Vivre hotel chain in San Francisco have been a little bit more strategic too. They've chosen charities with powerful board members on them, And then they've gone to the boards of these charities and asked the board members if they wanted to use his hotels for business travel. And he's gotten some business from that avenue.
Oh, so it's really about building that local relationship that is the key success factor in driving the business.
Definitely, and it also, of course, by keeping it local means that your community is healthier and your guests are having a better stay.
Great. Well, let me see if I have any other questions from the audience. So when you add, so I do have one more. When you add $1 per night per room, unless the guests ask you not to, and do you confirm that with them, or do they have to opt out?
Our program is a proven opt-out program, which is a bit counterintuitive for some people, but the fact is that you're aligning all of the psychology. The guest is having a good stay, they're having great service, they're about ready to check out, and they've been well notified through the course of their stay that there is $1 added to the room bill, that they can remove at any time they want to. And by the time they're ready to check out, they feel good about their stay, and they want to support the hotel and the community, and they're delighted to trust the hotel with their donated $1 as they check out. So our system is an opt-out program that involves really good guest notification tools, these templates that I described to you. 3 notification tools are required to have enough touch points so that a well-notified guest always is happy to leave $1 behind or else have it removed. Like I mentioned, about 60 to 85% of the guests leave $1 behind. And no hotel has ever dropped out because they've had a guest complain so much that they wanted to drop the system.
And so those 3 touches, as you said, you've included tools for those, but that's really the important part of making sure that a guest feels like they know that they're making the donation.
A well-notified guest is absolutely fundamentally critical to the opt-out program. If you do opt-in, then the opposite happens, is you have a staff training session to have the staff sell the program, and you don't need as many notification tools, but the staff doesn't want to do it, frankly, and they don't get trained that easily if we don't have a staff to train them. So our opt-out program has been proven successful because of the well-notified guests happily leaving $1 behind.
So those are the kinds of things that you learned in your trial and error starting the program.
Yeah, we had 5 years of trying different things, staff trainings and incentive plans and expert trainers and all, and eventually we settled on the $1 a night opt-out program, which actually was underway in New Zealand and Australia with Starwood Resorts. So they have been underway for over 10 years in New Zealand and Australia with a £1 a night opt-out program.
Good. Now, you did mention that brands, that no brand had ever asked you to take one of their hotels off of there, but this is also works effectively for either independent or brand hotels.
Yes, the majority of our hotels are independent, but we do have representation in almost every single brand as well.
So I have some more questions. How many hotels do you currently have using the Hotels That Help program?
Well, we give this system away for free to hoteliers. We try to make it very easy for them. So I've given about 2,000 packets out over the years to different hoteliers at trade shows. And we're aware of about 80 or 90 who have reported back to us that they're doing the program, happy doing it. So we think that it could be double or triple that number, but we're not really sure. No hotel actually has to become a member or has to report to us, but we encourage that. So we think between 80 and 90 that we're aware of do it, maybe more than that.
And so I'm getting more questions today. This is great. I have another question from the audience. Do you suggest adding the $1 per night before we send an email confirmation letter or after that? And so I'm assuming the question is, do you do it as part of the booking process before the confirmation, or do you do it once they get to the hotel?
That's a really good question, and there's two answers to that. For your business travelers, you really may want to send an email to them saying that this program is underway when their business traveler comes to your hotel, and you're hoping that the business will support the program. To the independent traveler, you can do it also, but our program basically works on the psychology that you create when they are in your hotel. They've already settled on their room. They've already got their room priced. They're having a great stay. You're providing good service. They hear about this program. They can drop out if they want to. And by the time their stay is over, they feel good about everything, and they can't wait to leave and leave you behind, their trusted hotelier, with $1 to donate to a local charity.
And so I'll just add a little bit of practical Inlink information there. When a confirmation letter goes out from an Inlink property, they do have the ability to customize the text of that, and they could add at the bottom of their confirmation letter notification that when they're on site they would have the opportunity to participate in Hotels That Help for $1 a night, and they wouldn't have to build it as a line item on their email confirmation, but they could actually include that in the text of every confirmation by putting that information in the Inlink system.
That's a great addition to the Inlink system. I like that a lot. And also at the Hotels That Help website, under the tools bar that we reviewed a minute ago, there are templates for you to use to send to your business travelers if you like. So we actually have templates that go out if you have corporations that are booking with your property and you want them to know about this system so they might participate. And that's part of the reason why I suggested there's a 60 to 85% uptake in the guests. Some hotels choose not to involve the business traveler, and the number goes down to 60%. Others are involving the business traveler, and it's up at 85, even 90% sometimes.
Well, that's very informative. So I think, let me check the questions one more time. I think that's, oh, sorry, now I have another question. Do you have guests that give more than $1 per night for local charities?
I'm really happy that someone asked that question. It's surprising to hear this, but we have about 5% of the guests who leave extra money behind, and I have knowledge at least of 2 times when guests left $100 each, 2 different times, just because they liked the stay they had. They loved the hotel, the service was terrific, and they thought the charity was a cool one, and they left extra money behind. And my biggest story, of course, is that one guest went up to the front desk and said they wanted to leave $500. It was a homeless shelter in San Francisco, and they wanted to leave $500 for that shelter. And the hotel staff was so flabbergasted, they said, well, you know, the shelter is just 2 doors down the street. Why don't you just go on over there and drop it off yourself? And they did.
Oh, that's awesome. So in today's environment, those kind of encouraging stories are not only good for the hotel and the community, but I'm sure for the employees, so you can see how it's really a win-win-win in that situation.
That's how we designed it. We really wanted it to be a win for everybody, and that's why we have no fees, no membership costs. We don't touch the money. We don't dictate where you give the money to, so that it had maximum flexibility for the hotelier to really choose a local charity that was small and right around the corner that would really make an impact in the community that they're doing business in.
Well, I appreciate that and all of the information that you have provided today. I think my final question is, would you share your email address so that if anyone has follow-up questions, they can contact you? I know there's a lot of information on the website and probably an email there, but why don't you give them your email address?
I'd be glad to. It's real easy. I'm Dave at hotelsThatHelp.org. And if you want to talk with Jim Abrams, he's Jim at hotelsThatHelp.org. A lot of guys may know Jim. He was a 19-year operator or CEO of California Hotel and Lodging Association.
Well, I thank you very much for sharing the story of Hotels That Help, and I hope that hotels have the opportunity to take advantage of this program. I'll end with a little bit of information about our next Intouch Forum, which is scheduled on October 18th. So again, that's the third Tuesday in October. And we have a new program called Solutions That Work that we will be rolling out to the Inlink properties at that point in time. Marie Ainsworth will be with us to share how Solutions That Work works, I guess is not exactly what I meant, but anyhow, to share the program with us and the ability to get more information when you need it on the Inlink system and tools. So this Intouch Forum will be available on the website by the end of the week. And our new updated website has the Intouch Forums more clearly displayed so that you can find them right there with a little bit of description about what they are. It's one of the most visited parts of our website to listen to previous videos, and so there's a link right there on the front page now for Intouch Forums if you have missed previous ones or want to hear them or refer some of your colleagues or staff to listen to this one. So again, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it, and have a great day.
Thank you.